frustration. Everybody in this world have this problem. In every walk of life, we find so many frustrated people, and in your personal life also, you find so many people who are frustrated in life or frustrated with life. What is actually this frustration? And why people feel frustrated in life? What are some common reasons why individuals may feel frustrated? And how can we can avoid this frustration? And what are the strategies for addressing this frustration? And how can we exactly feel and make ourselves feel happy and not feel this frustration in our life? If you are not frustrated in your life, with your life, then please don't listen to this podcast. But if you are frustrated in life, or if you are frustrated with this life, with your life, then please do listen to this podcast till the end, because I am going to give you the reasons for your frustration and how you can avoid the frustration in your life or frustration with your life. Hi everybody, my name is Swamy Vijay. I welcome you all to my Swamy Vijay podcast. In this podcast, we are going to discuss what is frustration, what are the reasons for frustration, and how to avoid frustration in your life, which will make you happy, which will keep you happy, and your family members, your friends, and the society, and ultimately the entire country frustrated free. So let us understand what is frustration. Frustration is an emotional response to a situation or circumstance that is perceived as an obstacle to achieve a goal or desire set by you. It can manifest as feelings of disappointment, anger, helplessness, or discouragement, and is often accompanied by a sense of being stuck, or unable to make progression. Frustration can rise in many areas of life, including relationships, work, personal growth, goals, and health, and can have a negative impact on overall well being if not effectively managed. Imagine when you are in a situation where you are completely feeling nothing. So, in that situation, you feel unhappy, sad, it creates anger because you are not in a position to change the circumstances, change the situations, and that leads to disappointment. Now, recollect those situations where you feel frustrated and recollect those incidents which made you feel frustrated. There are so many incidents in your life what made you feel frustrated, but here I am going to give you a common reasons for your frustration. The reasons for frustration are: first one, your unfulfilled expectations. That means when you have unrealistic expectations or goals that are difficult to achieve, that will cause you a feeling of frustration in your life when you fail to meet those expectations. See, it is nothing wrong to have expectations, but if you always have unrealistic expectations, unrealistic goals in your life, then that will create a lot of frustration. Okay, so don't try to have unrealistic expectations and unrealistic goals in your life. You need to set practical goals in your life, what you can achieve in your life. Then second reason is lack of purpose or direction. If you don't have a clear sense of purpose or direction in your life, then you will definitely feel lost and frustrated. I have seen so many people, they don't have any purpose in life, they don't have any direction in life, they don't have any goal, and they don't have any targets in their life. So that makes them feel very frustrated because they are going in a direction which they don't want to go, or which they don't have any idea about what they are doing in life, what they are achieving in life, or that there is real achievement in life or not. So it is lack of purpose or direction creates frustration in your life. Then if we come to the practical world, the practical realities, and if we talk about the materialistic things, and this in a pragmatic manner, practically, you feel frustrated most of the time because of your lack of finance or resources. That means financial stress. Financial difficulties can lead to frustration, anxiety, and sense of helplessness, especially when you feel like you are not able to improve your financial situation. So you have a limited resources, you have a limited salary. With that only you have to survive in this world. You will see a lot of things happening around you. You will find people enjoying their life because they have money, but when you don't have money, you will feel frustrated in your life, and this frustration can lead to so many physical, so many psychological problems in life. Because when we don't have proper source of income, or if you don't have high source of income, then automatically you will feel frustrated. Okay, so your financial conditions may create frustration in your life. When you want to purchase something, when you want to own something, but when you can't, that creates frustration in your life. This is one of the most important reasons: lack of money, lack of financial independence, individuality makes lot of and creates lot of frustration in our lives. Then next one is relationship problems. Of course, in this modern world, people becoming more and more practical in nature, these relationship problems are becoming a huge reason or a big reason for frustration. So issues with families, issues with friends, issues with your partner can cause significant stress and frustration. So when you enter into a relationship with lot of expectations, and when your partner fail to reach and meet your expectations, it creates a lot of frustration. People who want to break the relationships either legally or personally, that also creates a lot of frustration in their life. And people who don't find a partner, who don't find boyfriend or girlfriend, that also creates a lot of frustration in life, because that is a, what do you call, a kind of a blow to their self-esteem. So they also are in frustrated to find, or why they are not having, or why they can't get a match or a partner in their life. So those people who are in relationships, they are also frustrated. Those who want to enter into relationships, and when they don't get a suitable person to enter into relationship, they are also frustrated. So before getting into relationship, people are frustrated. After entering into relationship also, people are frustrated. If you want to know more about relationships, then watch my next podcast. I'll explain clearly in that podcast. Now, let us come to another important reason which creates frustration. I observe this kind of frustration among my colleagues. Most of my colleagues, most of the people whom I have observed in my life, they are very frustrated because of this reason. That is job dissatisfaction. If you feel that your education, your skills, your talent is not being used in the job which you are doing, you will feel a lot of frustration. So if individuals feel unfulfilled or undervalued in their job, they may feel frustrated and unfulfilled. So you have a post graduation, but you are working in a very, very small job or small position, that will definitely create a lot of frustration in your life. You have high talent, high skills, but you got a small job and you are earning a very meager amount as in form of salary. That will definitely create frustration. Or of course, if you have not positive colleagues at workplace, that also creates a lot of job dissatisfaction. So this job dissatisfaction is one of the most important reasons why many working professionals are frustrated in their life. They want to do something great in their professional or in their particular field or in their job, but they will not get that kind of opportunities to expose their abilities and skills. So that leads a lot of frustration in their life. Though they may be earning a handsome salary, but still they are not happy with their jobs. Then next reason why people feel frustrated in their life is health problems. Chronic health issues or disabilities can lead to feelings of frustration, especially in individuals if individuals feel like they are unable to manage their condition effectively. Most of the people I observe in my life, they are diabetic, they have high blood pressure, they have some illness, and that made them to feel frustrated. Because if you are a diabetic, you can't take the ordinary food, you can't take a regular food, you can't have a regular routine of life, you need to adjust your life according to your illness. So that creates a lot of frustration. You can't eat what you want to eat, you can't live how you want to live, so that creates a lot of frustration. So health problems also creates lots and lots of loads and loads of psychological frustration in life. And another reason which makes people feel frustrated is lack of control. Do you have control over your life? There are so many people, there are so many agencies in this world controls your life, and we don't have control over our life. So if you feel like you don't have control over your life, in the circumstances in your life, then you feel frustrated and powerless. Example, entering into marriage without your choice. Your parents selected somebody, you married, now you can't change your circumstances. You have lost control your life. Something happens. A simple example I'll give you how it creates frustration in your life. You want to reach office early and to complete your work. When you are going to your office, you got stuck in a terrible traffic jam. So what do? Can you jump from here and take a helicopter and to land in your office to complete your work? It is not possible for an ordinary employee. So you will get stuck, and that you will get stuck in the traffic jam. So that creates lot of anxiety, stress, and leads to frustration, because you must be thinking, if I don't reach on time to my office, my boss will scold me, I can't complete my task, I can't complete my work, I can't finish the responsibilities. So that leads to a lot of frustration. There are so many simple reasons, simple circumstances, or simple conditions when we don't have any control, that creates lots and lots of frustration. There are people who I know, they feel frustrated if it rains, they feel frustrated if temperature rises, they feel frustrated if the bike won't start, they feel frustrated if they don't have good friends, they feel frustrated even when they want to eat. The reason is the food they are eating is not making them feel happy, so they don't have control. The reason is there are so many different people, there are so many different agencies, they directly or indirectly control our life, your life and my life. So that leads to lots of frustration. So if you want to know the reasons for your frustration, first identify the source of your frustration and take steps to address it. Now let us discuss and let us understand how can we avoid frustration in our life. Of course, this is a very big topic. There are so many areas, so many reasons for your frustration. I took this in a general way. So the reasons which I have explained in this podcast are reasons applicable for everybody in this world. Now let us try to understand how can we avoid our frustration in life or manage feelings of frustration in life. First one, set realistic expectations, whether it is your career, whether it is your education, whether it is your relationships, but set realistic expectations. It is important to set achievable goals and have realistic expectations for oneself to avoid feeling of frustration in our life or disappointment. Then second tip is focus on the present. So practice mindfulness and focusing on the present moment can help you avoid worrying about the past or future, which can lead to feelings of frustration. Stay focused in the present. Practice living in the present moment. That will help you to avoid past negative experiences and future worrying about future consequences. So live in the present. That will help you to avoid frustration in your life. Then third one is, which I feel important in our life to avoid frustration, is develop problem solving skills. If any problem comes, don't feel frustrated, don't feel unhappy, don't feel sad, don't start crying for the problems. Try to solve those problems. Develop problem solving skills. Learn effective problem solving skills can help individuals address and overcome obstacles, reducing feeling of frustration. So learn how to solve the problems you are facing in your life, whether it is a financial problem, whether it is a personal problem, whether it is a health issue, whether it is a relationship problem. Try to find how to solve those problems. So develop those problem solving skills. Then creative positive relationships. So building and maintaining positive relationships with your family members, with your friends, with your colleagues at workplace can provide a source of support and reduce feelings of isolation, frustration. If you always fight with your family members, if you always argue with your friends, and if you always try to demotivate and disappoint and try to dominate colleagues at your workplace, it will not happen. It is not even possible. So automatically you will feel frustrated and isolation in those areas. So don't do that. Cultivate positive relationships with your family members, with your friends, and with your colleagues. Then engage in self-care. I have been like a become brand ambassador and promoting this idea of self-care. You need to take care about yourself. Taking care of yourself through healthy habits like exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate sleep can improve your overall well-being and reduce feeling of frustration. So if you don't follow self-care, it is nothing wrong. It is not selfishness. Following self-care is as important as giving priority to your family members, to your friends, and to your society and to this country. It is nothing wrong if you want to follow self-care. If you are not happy, then you can't make your family members happy, and if you are not confident, you can't make your friends and family members feel confident. So your self-care will directly and indirectly affect the growth of this entire nation. So follow self-care. Take care about yourself. Then practice gratitude. So focusing on the positive aspects of one's life can help shift the focus away from negative thoughts and feelings of frustration. So don't go with negative talk, negative self-talk. Always practice positive self-talk. That will help you to avoid frustration in your life. And if all these tips fail, if all these fail in your life to create happiness, to avoid frustration, then seek professional help. If feelings of frustration persist continuously, seeking professional help from a therapist or a counselor can provide you additional support and strategies for managing your frustration. See, most of the people are frustrated in this life because of so many reasons, are frustrated with life with so many reasons. But if you want to avoid frustration, it is very much possible. So understand frustration, reasons for your frustration, and how to avoid frustration in your life. It is very much possible to avoid frustration and leading a frustrated life in this life. So it is important to note that avoiding all feelings of frustration may not be possible or healthy, but learn to manage and cope with frustration in a healthy way can lead to personal growth and greater resilience. So that brings to the end of this podcast. I believe that this podcast is helpful for you to avoid frustration in your life. If you like this podcast, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and if you want to suggest any topics to me, then please leave your comments in the comment section below. Every day at 21 hours Indian Standard Time, I'll be back with a new podcast. So till that, take care. Bye-bye.